seeing today is not somebody in the church under that chaos, under that catastrophe, under that gunshot and everything, was bold enough to get up there and take his camera and took pictures. That's what kept that man alive. Otherwise, it had been cooked out, planned out the way it was going to be. It was going to end up in being, oh, this is unknown gunmen. He was abducted by unknown gunmen. And then we followed the unknown gunmen and we found their den. And the person, this man that you are seeing here is the leader, the controller, the major general of the ESN. He will tell you, talk to you. Then the man will come out, the man that had been in jail. They go to prison, they bring him out with a promise to start his life for him, as long as he can come out. And they orchestrate something that he's going to say. And he'll be there talking as if he makes any sense. A man in jail, they buy him new clothes, make him look good, give him a good haircut, and then he looks like as clean. He's the general as he's commanding, and these people. And then when he's talking to the press, they organize people like them too that will interview him. There are many renowned journalists that we know that will not buy into that. Go get them, put him on channel. Let them interview him on channel TV, not private camera with a DSS organized, edited, and then threw it into the no. He will, we followed them, and then we got to their den. They will bring us some old lapidated guns that they have shown before, because they keep repeating without even realizing that the same picture have been taken before. And then they bring it out. They tell you how the gallant soldiers, how the gallant policemen have been able to go in there, and then they will link everything and link it and link it and link it. In the end, it is IPOB and ESN that did it. But unfortunately for them this time, there was somebody bold enough. Chukwu Okike Abiyama, my brothers, is in control. We are under the guide and the supreme guidance of God, the creator of the universe. Biafra is our religion. That's what we keep telling you. And when you listen to our Radio Biafra, you are in the church. We worship here. We teach you here. We do everything that we have to do here on Radio Biafra. Any of the channels. We have so many channels out there. Listen to them and you will learn something. You never listen to Radio Biafra and get away the same. No. When you are in there and you listen, by the end of the day, you pick up something. Let me take a very, very, very short break and I'll be back with you. Stay tuned. Don't go away.
Oh, nana. Land of the righteous. Sound of my originality. Called by the name of God, the Creator, wise men from the east, south, and the middle, great Biafran people. We're taking it to idol worship and we lost the face of our God, and as we wallowed in idol worship, the British entered in, trading on the Niger, exploiting your people, trading by barter. You give me palm oil and take soup to them internet. I brought in civilization, brought in your religion, and told us about America, and we embraced them. I never knew them got ulterior motive, with religious bitterness amongst our brethren, with denomination tear us apart, building churches, schools and hospitals. We never knew we had to pay this much.
All we want is freedom. Radio station with more. You're listening to the radio station. You're listening to this is Radio Biafra. Radio Biafra.
We are not like other people. Because as I once reminded you before we came, there was nobody like us. Now that we are here,
together, the more we fight together, and stronger we shall be. The more we fight together, together,
exceptionally special, the largest mass movement in the whole world, and we did it because Chukwukika Biama is with us. We did it because Chukwukika Biama created Ipob himself. And we are here to pilot its affairs. We will not prevaricate. We will not stop. We will not slumber until Biafra is fully restored to its former glory. Anybody in doubt as to our resilience and our determination to restore Biafra is not only mistaken, not only misguided, but needs to see a psychiatrist. Because we are not stopping. I am Nnamdi Kanu and I don't stop until I get what I want.
Nnamdi Kanu, Kwara Nambo, Radio Biafra, Kwara Nambo, Kwara.
Biafra is the only hope of Africa. Biafra is the only hope of Africa. Believe it or leave it, Biafra is the only hope of Africa. We've been crying, the world cannot.
All right, the lines are open for you. You can make your calls at 646-920-4541, 845-344-7984, plus 1-929-406-9953. We are also on Skype. Not just Skype. We are also on Signal, 845-283-9665. Call us. This is Radio Biafra USA 2. Nnamdi Kanu, Korono Ikundo. Tell the world what is going on with us. Caller, good morning. Caller on straight line. Welcome to the program. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
MAZI, good afternoon from here.
Welcome to the program.
Thank you very much, my big brother, MAZI PETERS. MAZI is your brother, good to call you from a location at the moment. MAZI, I appreciate you. And then I appreciate our leader. I said our ancestors guide and protect him anywhere he is. And then I appreciate all Biafrans all over the whole world that is working assiduously, that is fighting tooth and nail to make sure that we restore Biafra and go home. MAZI, I thank DS for coming out last night, and then it was a very good one.
Yeah.
Believe you me, I can tell you that I slept very well last night. Everything that bothers me, more especially one particular thing that bothers me was touch last night, and then that is the main. In fact, I slept very well, and it goes this way. You see, these criminals that is in social media, that is fighting US, these criminals that is, Mazi, do you know that some of these people are not even IPOB members?
Of course not. Many of them are not.
75% of them are not even IPOB members.
No.
But do you know what they're doing? You are not in organization, and then you are paid to come to know what is happening in that organization. What does he want those people that is fighting for their freedom to do? To allow you to destroy the organization? Is that what these criminals want to tell me? Even these people are not in IPOB, but they want to know what DOS is doing. They want to come out and castigate DOS. They just want to, but it has to stop. Mas, you know why it has to stop? Because if you watch what is going on, like the idiot that made the video about our DOS, saying that they are in back home cruising. You see, these are signals they are sending to Nigerian government. These our people should understand what we are fighting here. When they come out and dish out those things, Nigeria, the zoo, Fulani danger, we will go on rampage, kidnapping our people, killing them. Not that they will arrest our people and check if they are innocent or not and allow them to go. They will kidnap our people to kill them because Fulanis enjoy seeing Igbo blood being poured on the floor. They love it very well when they kill an Igbo man. They love it. Fulanis, in fact, Nigeria entirely love it when they see Igbo man die in their pool of their blood. But we are going to stop them because enough is enough. They love to see us. They love to see us suffer. But tomorrow it's all that pushing.
Yes.
You see those people that is making all this video, that we are telling them that video you are making, you make that video, you cause problem to our people back home. If we look for you in Europe, we will refer that anger to your family. I am telling you the gospel too. 2022 has changed everything. Any video you make and you kill our people, if we look for you in Europe, we refer the anger. We will make sure that we go underground and find out your family and lay the anger on them. It will happen because you have killed a lot of people in Europe, thinking that we are going to allow you to go free in this time around. It's never gonna work. Never gonna work. Enough is enough.
Thank you.
Mazi, enough is enough for all this rubbish.
Yes.
And then, Mazi, before I go, Mazi, a lot of things is happening. Believe you me. But I thank God for DOS. Do you know? I want to tell Biafrans one thing now before I drop. Do you know that if you watch this criminal, Mazi, I have to call his name. Sorry. If you watch this criminal in Finland, go back to when this idiot was attacking DOS. When DOS come out, Mazi Chike come out and make that address Biafrans last time. When this idiot in Finland come out and said everybody should regard DOS about that broadcast. Do you know that that idiot was indirectly sending the zoo government and information? Biafrans, do you know that attack he come out and do to attack DOS? Do you know that his information is sending to the Nigerian government? You don't know. That is why we're asking you. If you go to their platform and then you think you can bring those problems there, that information they're giving you to come and destroy what IPOB are doing, you are isolated. We are going to find you. Do you know that the day, Mazi,
yes,
there's a lot of things we need to explain to our people to understand. Do you know that the day this idiot in Finland that said that 2015 is not going to be the same? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, that the DSS is not going to allow our lawyers to go through. That the 2015 when they arrest our leader is not going to be the same now. This. People should go and watch that video. Do you know that idiot in Finland is sending information? There's information is sending to the DSS in Nigeria. Biafrans, you don't know, but we do. We do. Everything he's saying. Watch the video very well. He's sending information to the DSS in back home, so that they will allow our leader, they will allow their barristers to come closer to. He's indirectly sending information to them. Marcy, our people should wake up and learn.
Thank you.
Marcy, thank you for giving me this information.
There were. All right, thank you so much. This is Radio Biafra USA 2. We're still taking calls at 646-920-4541, 845-344-7984, 929-406-9953. You know, a lot of things are happening. People are talking here and there. Like we rightly said, this year we're going to talk less about these people. Unless they talk about us, if they see something about us, then we'll say something about them. We're not going to just keep quiet. And that our leader has made it very, very clear that anything that the DOS says, that's what goes. Until he goes out and tells us otherwise, we know that we have an instruction from him. What he has told us is what we are going to keep to, regardless of what anybody might think. You know, our leader is incarcerated. Is kept there unlawfully, and we now know that he has DSS out there. DOS out there to take charge of control, and what he has told us clearly and very vehemently, that whatever they say goes. So whoever is killing himself and trying to disobey our leader, it's like Miriam Al-Sambe, and there's nothing that you can do. Their talk cannot penetrate us. We know who our leader is and who are the ones leading us. Very, very clear what says. The message is very, very clear. Each and every one of us should bear it in mind.
Anybody not following anything that DOS says goes. Anybody not following orders from Chike, Dosium, from DOS, you will be removed from IPOB and sanctioned appropriately. You know, before we remove you without knowing where you are. This time around, we will catch you before we remove you. Anything DOS says is what goes. Nnamdi Ike is heading our reconciliation committee. If he calls you on the phone, you must listen to him and do as he says.
It's as simple as that. The message is very, very clear. I will keep on repeating this message over and over and over. It's going to be my next target. There's something here that I have, and anybody who has it, please can send it to me. The clip of the British person that spoke about Buhari's, because you guys can realize that since that broadcast have been coming on, we have been hearing less and less and less of Muhammad Buhari, and eventually, I don't know what happened to my clip. If I air this time, it goes around. I don't know what they have done to it. Somebody has bugged it, so it's not playing. But so anybody out there who has it, please send it across to me. The one that the British fellow that is talking about Buhari, telling us the story about Buhari, where he is and what not. All right, I have a call. Let me take this one. Caller on WhatsApp. Good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Yes. MAZI PETERS, can you hear me, sir?
Good morning. Welcome to the program.
Okay, sir. MAZI PETERS, Biafrans all over the world. We are in the jungle to save our life. We are in the state of being exterminated from this world. Therefore, we are not joking, we are not playing. If you are in IPOB and you are still playing, thinking that sabotaging the interest of state will help you, you are joking. You are completely endangering your family and your own life. Because you see Chike doesn't bear the Chike doesn't bear. You know what to do to him, Ndara. Dada Peters, Ketro below, at this age, you are still fighting for the freedom of your children. This your children. That is the freedom you are fighting for them. And they will regard you. I know that, yes, you did it before, you are doing it again. Dada Chike doesn't, she cannot be, oh, they went to, how about try that? Let them bring our leader. I'm fully sending our leader. Be telling us that they are going to touch our leader. Now, what do I find? Tell the Chike to them to quote John chapter 7 from verse 1 to end. The world hate us. Then Peters. You see the whole world. They hate us because we are saying the truth. Why must they hate our leader? Our leader is a British citizen. Can't pretend at least for once. For once to respect themselves. And they want us to fight. If the option is fight, my children are what you told them yesterday. I said, no, we go back. Tell Chike Doziem, Biafra, so you can then agree. Opposition, want to call Jesus Christ. Tell Chike Doziem, Hebrews, chapter 1, from verse 1 to end. The same Hebrew, chapter 2, from verse 1 to end. Chapter 3, from verse 1 to end. Chapter 4, from verse 1 to end. Yana chapter 5, from verse 1 to end. Ogula, religious leaders in Biafra land. Father Mbaka, all of you people, when I see this our land, you people are using your selfish interest to make sure that the United Nations take it from us. From tomorrow, if our leader don't come out from prison, spend there today, that is how you people are going to be uncomfortable in this land. All the governors in this Biafra land that is suffering us, using this opportunity of their selfish interest to help our leaders to kill us and take our land. All of you will be on the run. Mark it at the wall.
Thank you.
Okay, now, then I put us. I didn't put that what you show. Over the chapel again, then I put us question. Over the pretend they will be again. Okay.
All right, your line is breaking. I don't know what's wrong with it. It's trying to reconnect. Round it up. Go ahead, sir. Just round it up real quick. Thank you, sir.
Christmas, 1 million I can do. The governor and days.
All right, thank you very much. This is Radio Biafra USA 2. We're still taking calls. Like I said before, I'm making a special request. Anybody who has that clip that the British fellow was talking about on the rehearsal, telling us about Buhari being dead, and I don't know what happened to my clip, because some people are feeling very uncomfortable that I was using that clip, and I felt I was not going to stop using it until the truth is being told. Because if we look at it very, very recently, since after that, since he had said all that he said, we are hearing less of the impostor. The impostors are not, they are really hiding themselves. It's not good, because now when he goes to London, they're going to look at him. The British government probably won't let him come there. All we hear is that he's going, but we never see him go anywhere. He's been off. So that clip is working, and I really seriously need that clip. Anybody who has it, please send it to me. I have it here, but for whatever reason, it's like if I try to air it, it doesn't come up, it does not work. But I will keep on trying. I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to stop. I think I have it here now. Let me listen to it.
Discuss anything? No, she hasn't.
Oh, thank
you. She hasn't said a word. Her own constituents have written to her.
Let me start.
She doesn't say.
I can start it from the beginning.
The MP, Harriet Hammond, has she not been here to discuss anything? No, she hasn't. She hasn't said a word. Her own constituents have written to her. She doesn't say anything. So what is going on? What is going on? Why has nobody from the Foreign and Commonwealth Office mentioned MAZI Nnamdi Kanu? How can you have a British citizen travelling on a British passport kidnapped in Kenya on June the 19th? He was tortured for 8 days before being extraordinary rendition back to Nigeria. Why was he extraordinary rendition back to Nigeria when he's a British citizen? Has nobody behind these windows asked that question? How can you all remain silent? How can you all pretend that you can't see anything going on? It's all over social media. Catriona Lang, the High Commissioner for the UK in Abuja, has done nothing. She gets tagged in every single tweet that tweets about MAZI Nnamdi Kanu and extraordinary rendition. She doesn't reply to anybody. You ask a question, she blocks you. Is that really someone in her position? Is that really something she could be doing? She's done nothing at all. She's a representative of the UK in Nigeria. She represents British citizens in Nigeria. Why has she not represented MAZI Nnamdi Kanu? Why is the total silence? You've got another protest next to us here. A lady called Nazanin. Nobody's helping her either. She's a British citizen. What is going on in this country? The 67 to 70 Biafran war, it wasn't a war. It was a genocide. And the UK was complicit in genocide. The UK is complicit in genocide now, today. It's happening again. Yet why do we not hear about it? You go 20 yards away, the BBC cameras are there, the ITV cameras are there. Why does the BBC and ITV not cover Biafra? If what was going on in Nigeria was happening,
All right, that call just came in and interrupted what I was trying to air for you, but I'm happy that that video is playing again, because I had tried it a couple of times to air it, but it keeps skipping. But now that it's back again, I will keep using it every day as usual. Thank you very much for being able to reactivate it for me, because that video is quite powerful. It's for me.
All over our news. So why is it not reported? It's not reported because the British government are still looting all the resources in Nigeria. Biafra on its own would be a world leader in any way you can think of. One of the richest countries on earth. But the UK can't let that happen. Because if the UK lets that happen, it has to start paying for the resources, of which all the oil that it gets now is given free. How can you put oil above thousands and thousands of people's lives, slaughtered on a daily basis? Catriona Lang, who works for this office, is fully aware of it. What's her response? Her response is to go on Twitter and start dancing with the Fulani terrorists who are committing these atrocities. How is that right? Ask yourself a question. How can we stay silent when this is happening? You can turn a blind eye. You can remain silent. You can do nothing at all. But don't ever turn around and say you didn't know what was going on, because you know exactly what's going on and you're doing nothing about it. It is absolutely shameful. Boris Johnson, what's he doing? He's doing nothing. Buhari is dead. Buhari died in London in February 2017.
That's right.
He died in London in 2017. So why do you still put this charade out that Buhari's coming to London? Buhari's coming for medical treatment. The man died in 2017.
Yes.
And when that comes out, seriously, the UK will look the biggest fools on earth. The death certificate's there. It's all written.
That's right.
There's proof he died in London. He's buried in Saudi Arabia. And yet you keep that quiet as well. How can you keep quiet that a president of a country died 4 years ago and you're still portraying him coming here for hospital treatment? Is that not a farce?
Cover up.
It's a total cover-up. A total corrupt cover-up by a totally corrupt government. But when Biafra comes, then we will see who laughs. Because it won't be the UK. All hail Biafra.
All hail Biafra. All right, thank you very much, sir, for that information. And let me take a call before I continue. Caller on WhatsApp, tell us your name and where you're calling from. Good morning from here.
Hello, good morning.
Welcome to the program.
My name is Ike Chibuna, calling from Abuja, Nigeria.
Welcome to the program.
Okay, I listened to the caller. I've been listening, I've been calling as well. The fact remains, that this is freedom fighting, and sometimes we have to just live talking. Like what the last caller said. So said from today, from these stops, this is on national radio, and everyone is hearing you. I know that before you do something and you have an enemy, you're fighting with an enemy, stuff like that, you come on national radio, you talk and you talk and you talk and you talk. This struggle, I do tell people, is gone beyond talking. It's gone beyond talking, and there's a way you talk, and your opponent gets tired and keep looking at you and waiting for actions, and the whole thing seems to be so funny and all that. Why am I saying this? Our leader is in detention. I must say, actually, what is going on these few months regarding to the attacks on the both side, I swear, I'm not at peace with it. I'm telling you, I've been calling on other platform begging for all these attacks on each other to stop and all that. Our leader is on detention. That is just the whole stuff here, and his coming out is of high importance and not any other thing. Any other thing is less important. The fact here remains for our leader to come out. Most of all these attacks, I'm not okay with it. I'm just calling in respect of all this. And also sometimes we talk they talk too much. Biafrans they talk. Let's just talk legs and plan our stuff undercover behind closed bars and on all that, and you see things working. Like the Ambazonia, the other ones, they talk legs and you see them doing things. And in terms of freedom, in terms of actualizing their freedom, they are ahead of us because they talk less. Even Dr. Choayaba have already said it. We Biafrans will talk. What we need is action. Actions. Let's just do things and make. Today happens to be the last day of the month, the last day of the year, and our leader is still in detention. Is an insult. It's an insult to me. It's an insult as a Biafran. It's an insult to the whole of Biafran that such an iconic leader is there. Though I applaud all efforts so far in terms of the legal teams and in terms of the DOX. I applaud everyone fighting for the actualization of Biafra. So I applaud everyone. But what I'm saying in essence, in summary, is please, we should just curtail the way we talk and we do things undercover. From next year at least, let's do things. I believe we can achieve this if everyone come together to do this thing and we achieve it. We'll teach you about it. Biafra is close, I know. But sometimes our talking, the way we talk on national TV, national radio, it's sometimes absurd. These things are freedom fighting, and it has to do with strategies. And you have enemies. You have enemies and all that.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much for your call, your concern. And the only thing I can add to it is that we have to really understand that this is an interactive radio. People are calling in. Everyone who will be here. Like you've just spoken. You've spoken your mind, what you think. There are people also that are coming. But one thing I want you to bear in mind is that whatever people say on this radio is not necessarily the opinion of the Radio Biafra. We don't discourage you from saying your mind. There are people who have different ways, to bring out their frustration. The frustration is there. We know that the most important thing for us, which is exactly why when you call me sometimes that you want to talk on radio, I always want to find out what do you really want to talk about. Sometimes the opinion really matters, and sometimes they don't make any sense. But you know something? It is still their opinion. It's not necessarily the opinion of Radio Biafra. It's not official. It's individual. That's what they think. That's the way they feel. Just like you just called. You don't like the talking and talking. You want more action. I agree with you 100%. And I agree with other people too. Everybody has the right to express themselves and say exactly what they want to say. I have a call coming in here on Principal Officer's line. Caller, good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Yes, happy New Year. It's your brother Colin, Pastor Chris Wise. It's been a while.
Yes.
I've not been able to reach your stations just because I lost my contact to connect, and you're very fast. If you are calling the number as if something is, chasing us in the studios. There are so many people that cannot even listen to you while calling. They want to call, they want to contact, but you are very fast on that. Please, you can soft pedal a bit. Calling it with the kind of, and so that people will understand, because your stations make so much sense. And people like to call when the broadcaster is making sense for them to contribute. Let me just get to the point right now. All have spoken. And regards to the last caller, I not 100% agree with him anyway, but everybody has his own opinion. But the areas in which I want to preferably kind of point out is giving an empty threat and giving mandate and whatever. We have outgrown that. And I think when such people are making it, every studio they call and kind of giving that empty threat, we've heard about after November election, some say November 30, some stuff like that is just a cacophony. People are just making fun of themselves. And when you are saying such a thing, trying to let your enemy attack you, and the best attack, the best defense is an attack.
Yes.
And when you are not prepared, don't just drag an issue that will eat your head, because the more you are saying such a thing, people are molding down and you don't have anything to protect them. Stop saying such a thing. We don't like it. People, if you get to the place where you want to do that,
Yes.
we hear about you. Action speaks louder than voice. Then making this kind of threats, some will make it on video. It attracts our enemy to attack our brothers on a daily basis. We don't like that. Me personally, I don't like it when people continue to say empties. Just like a pastor like me to say before December, our leader, today is 31st, and he has not come out. Don't say what God did not tell you. That is why in book of Jeremiah, these people, they ran, I did not send them. They prophesy, I did not speak to them. They speak according to their mindful deceit. Let us be Biafran. If you want to be Biafra, be a Biafra. If you want to be the zoo people, be the zoo. If you want to use Igbo mentality, be 100%. Don't just a kind of dangle. Stop dangling, stop confusing people so that Kamal who is who. I don't know who is wishing not down, who is wishing the threat. If you want to do those things, we have men. Bring them to the street. Gideon have men and they brought them to the street. God said, okay, take them to the stream. David as well came out without anybody's consent. When the Israelites were afraid, he just came out on his own and he did wonderfully well. And the mountain, the Goliath that had been destroying them, was the kind of unleashed and cut off his head. David, who knew David from nowhere, he just came out. Not people making noise. This radio now, I believe all the moderators, if people are saying such a thing, please can you support them? Tell them to calm down, let them calm down. Because when they prayed for you, you continue showing negative. It will not work. You continue speaking with both sides. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you so much. This is Radio Biafra. We're still taking calls. Like I said before, this is a radio station. Everybody has Onyananke. You come in, you say something. the threats and everything is not something that actually it's not something I enjoy. But you know something, allow people to come in, say what they think. When then I'm but that doesn't mean that we don't know what we are doing. We're not trying to be very sectional, allowing some people to talk and some people not to talk. We allow everybody to express his opinion. When you deviate from your opinion and want to turn your opinion into the opinion of Radio Biafra, that's where I would say no. You are speaking that's why you call your name when you introduce yourself. Tell us, I am this person, I am XYZ. So whatever you are saying is what you are saying. It's not necessarily the radio station that is saying that. You know, that's exactly what we're trying to prove here. All right, I have a call. Let me take caller on WhatsApp. Let's see. Caller on WhatsApp. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning, Mazi. My name is Wale, thank God. I'm calling from Morocco.
Welcome to the program.
Yeah, thank you, sir. I want to say something concerning those people who are complaining that Biafrans will talk too much, will make noise in the social media. I want to ask them, why are they always telling Biafrans that we talk too much and leave those people who they're supposed to tell that they are talking too much? Why always focus their own aggressive towards Biafra warriors? They say we talk too much in Radio Biafra. Our Biafra warriors, they talk too much, that we should focus and know how to get our leader out of the GSS. Why are they not? I'm just trying to make a call in them now. How many times have they called Tamanega? Ask them, why are they not focused at DOA? Leave about Biafra warriors and focus to know what you should do to bring our leader out. How many times have they called another Isima? They are them, the one that Melo Fegbo and many of them has paid, Nigerian government has paid to talk against DOS. How many times have they? Because sometimes I follow their program. I have never one day hear from anyone asking them, focus. Don't look for a deal with this one. Say, people in the US. I don't know what our warrior do. Hitting them, it is to those people to keep our focus. When we try to focus. So, for my own opinion, I would also say anywhere. The media world are doing their own. US are doing on the ground. Everybody their own. Everybody take it all okay. We're not going to do the same. Warriors are doing also media, while DOS are doing their own, and meanwhile their illegal team are doing their own. So let them do their own. Telling us about focus. Focus where? Where are we focusing? Everybody is focusing. Social media want to focus on social. DOS focus on their own. Illegal team is focus on their own. So let them focus too. Let us leave us at this. That's my only opinion. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. Like I said before, this is Radio Biafra. It says, now the guy who just spoke now, he made a point. You're telling us we're talking too much. What about the other people? Have you ever told them? That's what he's saying. He listens to them, so I don't. I've never heard them tell them that they are talking too much. It's okay. Like I said, we are not quarreling. We're trying to bring up information and news information, the way you feel in your own, Radio Biafra is Radio Biafra. If you're not hitting them very hard, believe me, they'll not worry about you. But the thing is giving them so uncomfortable that they don't know what they are doing. We are here. You see, we are an organization that's built on very, very strong foundation. We are the rock. My rock, ukute. That's what Christ told Peter. Under this rock, I'll build my church. And that's why the church is still standing today. So what we have built, Nnamdi Kanu has built a monumental structure. A structure that is indestructible. There is no way out. You either leave us alone or you follow us. If you don't want to follow us, that's your opinion. You can say whatever you like to say. But you see, I cannot gag anybody from saying what he thinks. That wouldn't be like we are doing it deliberately. No, we are trying to make sure that everybody joins the train, joins the moving train, and is there. You know, that's exactly what it is. This is Radio Biafra USA 2. I have a call coming in. Let me take this one. Caller on WhatsApp on private line. Tell us your name and where you're calling from. Good morning from here. Welcome to the program.
Good afternoon, MAZI IYKE PETERS.
Welcome to the program.
Thank you so much. Happy New Year, sir.
Same to you, ma'am.
How are your people?
We're all fine. We thank God. Well, another day. Today is the last day of the year, so we're moving on.
Yes, so thank you for picking my call. I want to greet all Biafrans all over the face of the earth. Happy New Year to you all, because in the next few minutes or hours, we shall enter into the new year in Biafra land. And I know that some people in other continents have entered into their new year. So I am not making a mistake by saying Happy New Year. Happy New Year to our mother, the Ohamadike, His Excellency MAZI Nnamdi Kanu. Yes, Chukwokikabiyama is with you. And I thank him for making it possible for your life to be spared up to this moment. And you will continue to be alive and healthy and lead us to the promised land. So this afternoon I have a word for the acclaimed President of Nigeria, Muhammadu Buhari, and his cabals. And the message I have for them this afternoon is that Chukwokikabiyama, the God of Biafrans, the Lord God Most High, the only true God that existed by himself, the creator of everything that exists in heaven, on earth, and beneath the earth. According to his word, he said I should tell the acclaimed president and his cabals to let his son, Nnamdi Kanu, and Biafrans to go. That Nnamdi Kanu is his son, and that Biafra is his first son, and that he, the acclaimed president of Nigeria, should let his son go. And if he fails to do that, that he, God, Chukwokikabiyama, the God of Biafrans, will slay him, and even his first son, and the first sons of all his cabals, and all the people who are piloting the affairs of the nation called Nigeria. And he said, I will read it from his word in Exodus chapter 12, verse 12. And he said, for I will pass through the land of Nigeria this night, and will smite all the firstborn in the land of Nigeria, both man and beast, and against all the gods of Nigeria I will execute judgment. I am the Lord. So we are not begging you to let MAZI Nnamdi Kanu go. But what will follow from tomorrow, the 1st of January 2022, will be a history. If you refuse to let MAZI Nnamdi Kanu and Biafra go, you may not be alive to talk about it. This is my message from Chukwu Okike Abịama to the acclaimed president of Nigeria, Muhammadu Buhari, and his cabals, and all the people who are engineering him not to let MAZI Nnamdi Kanu go and not to let Biafra go. Biafra must go. That is the declaration of Chukwu Okike Abịama, but you may not be alive to witness what will happen. And he will execute judgment against you and all your cabals, against your children and all their children, against the so-called gods you worship. He will execute judgment. You will disagree because you are stiff-necked, you are stubborn, and he will show forth his power upon you and upon your people. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to give this message. I didn't want to come on air. I was asked to come on air. I was delaying and I was pushed to come on air. And I started calling. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
For he will not hear, but he will take the responsibility of whatever that happens in Nigeria. Thank you. Remain blessed.
Remain blessed too. All right, thank you, and Happy New Year. This is Radio Biafra USA. That's us, Evangelist Nwokike. Yeah, Agnes Nwokike is our evangelist, and a Biafran evangelist that she preaches and talks about things. Yeah, she has given her message, and we're still on here. The lines are open. Somebody said I read these numbers too fast. Let me take a call before I repeat the numbers again. Caller on WhatsApp. Good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Yes, Mazi Peter, can you hear me? Good afternoon, sir.
Good morning. Welcome to the program.
Yes. Thank you, Mazi. I thought maybe today I will not be able to come in, man. Thank you for having me, and thank you for bringing me in. Mazi, today is the last day of the year 2021, and we are jumping into the new year 2022. This new year that we are going into, I pray that Almighty God will see us through. We shall be victorious. Let me salute our leader, into MAZI Nnamdi Kanu, the one and the only. Mother. Biafra. Long live MAZI Nnamdi Kanu, long live IPOB, long live United States of Biafra, and also long live ESN. Mazi, everybody that's spoken today has spoken very, very eloquently. They have spoken very well. More especially our able mommy that just finished right now. She has spoke very well, and God will grant our heart desire. Mazi, what name is to call? You said today is the last day, maybe the last day we will talk about this for this traitors. But I will take the opportunity. Mazi, can you still hear me? Because
yes, go ahead.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, what you play, the tape you play about our leader, what he says. He said, what DOS says is what goes. What DOS says is what goes. We don't care who you are. We don't care how smart you are. What DOS says is what goes. Now, Mazi, let me just say something that touches everybody. You see, these people that lots of our brother called, they say we are talking too much. No, we are not giving these people, they may say that we are giving them the opportunity to be relevant. No. If they attack us, we must attack them. Because sometimes we keep silent, it's okay. But sometimes something goes wrong, we have to attack them. Like this guy called Autopilot. Mazi, this Autopilot is a deceiver. Now I have seen reason why he have been talking, yapping, and people think that he's talking true. Now I will debunk some of the things this guy is saying. Now Autopilot says he took an oath to become a IPOB member. Autopilot now have reviewed that the oath he took an oath on telephone. He did not go to any unit to take an oath. He did not go to any this thing to take an oath. He took an oath, according to him, on telephone. And he says somebody ministered that oath. And after taking that oath, he talked to our leader. And I asked him, he never replied me my question. I said, you took an oath. He said, yes. Did Nnamdi Kanu tell you the reason why you tell you to take an oath? He never said anything. He said, no, I don't have to talk anything about that. Nnamdi Kanu cannot tell you do something without no reason. If Nnamdi Kanu tell you to take an oath on telephone, not on a unit or a distance, but on telephone, there's a reason for that. Did Nnamdi Kanu tell you reason why, as you said, that you took an oath on telephone? Did he tell you reason why you told you to take an oath on telephone? He said no. And to my own understanding, Nnamdi Kanu tell him to take that oath because he want to interview him with Dr. Ayuba. If you can remember, there's a time this guy conducted an interview with Dr. Ayuba, him and our leader. That's why Nnamdi Kanu tell him to take an oath, so that anything in interview them should be confidential. It should not be leaked to the people. But this I have opened up, leak every secret. This guy is just a traitor. He don't know, but this I do as I can tell you, his head is coming down now. He have received it hot. Now he have know that we are not here to play. Now inside that's number one. Number two, Mazi, this guy claimed that Nnamdi Kanu give him money to pay Professor Patrick, I forgot his name, for a lawyer something. But that is not true. Kanu Takanu have come up to debunk it. This is Kanu Takanu says, I called this guy to ask him his opinion about using this man as an illegal practitioner to help our leader. And this guy says he did not trust the guy. That's what he told Kanu Takanu, that he did not trust this Professor Munumba, that he is not really decent. And our brother say he made research about this Patrick Munumba. He says that he's not well prepared to serve as our legal team to release our leader. Then he leave this guy, and this guy is claiming that Nnamdi Kanu give him money to consult this man. And I asked him a question. I said, did Nnamdi Kanu give you this money when he was in prison? Or did Nnamdi Kanu give you this money when he was not in prison? He never answered that question. Do you see how he's complicating himself? And the same guy, somebody called and says, I heard that somebody gave you money, $20,000 for IPOB app. He says, no, I did not collect any money. It's not for IPOB app. I collected money for something else. I asked him, what is that else something you collected money for? He never mentioned that. I said, okay, you say you did not collect money from this person. Have you find out why this person mentioned your name that you collected money? This guy never said anything. Mas, you see, these traitors, we
Yeah, your line is reconnecting. I don't know what the problem is. Oh, boy. All right. Unfortunately, your line went off on its own. Well, let me take another call. Caller on straight line. Good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
MAZI IYKE PETERS.
Welcome to the program.
I'm saying Happy New Year in advance to all Biafrans. You may be blessed. You
see?
My name is MAZI Simon Onwankwo from Okonano in Kanu province, Biafra land. As him, let anybody have any fear or double mind about this struggle.
Yes.
Yes. MAZI IYKE PETERS, all our radio presenters, I'm saying kudos to you people and their family. We shall live and see Biafra. That is for sure. IPOB will be wimpo. And only one mother can go.
Yes.
I know the original name of the zoo that called Nigeria is, with money all things are possible. But we shall tell them that with God, that all things will be possible.
Yes.
MAZI Nnamdi Kanu will live and see Biafra. And very, very healthy with grey head. And he is going to tell us many stories. Maybe the one that he's been telling us is minor. he will still tell us more stories ahead. And that is when we will be celebrating Biafra.
Yes.
Because one night we will move Sina. And Zoko Nagana Adobe. Mananya Manji because of Naga Bane Zokana Adobe, we rapid in Zoko.
Yes.
Agana Zoko Adobe, we will make a Wundin Dobby. And that is for sure that they are going to fall. Some will fall inside the river. Some will fall inside the lagoon. Or any hole that they have been dodging for us. So that they will fall to the destruction according to the Bible. How come so well? I end the more I am putting the butcher, but I don't care the Ocha. What do you name? I am with a mad man. But when the time reach, they are going to come out.
Oh, yes.
Now some people think that shouting on radio, doing this, that maybe you people are wasting time. It's not time wasted. When the time reach, go get to make you hear me. We do really okay. Okoch, we're okay. Ogo, Hamatan season, we're okay. God created everything, even the fruits. When we work in our farmland, we have time for farming. Yes. We have time for cultivating. So everything has time. May you deal with everybody. Yes. Tomorrow is a new year, new year day, new year, new resolution, and something new is about to happen. I heard from our mommy. So everybody should keep it on.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. All right. Thank you so much. This is Radio Biafra USA too. All right. Everything that you're saying is very correct, and I think it's about time. Let me see. Let me see if I can take just one call before we go. And if whoever is going to be the lucky one, that please make sure that you just round it up for me, because we don't have any more time left. This is Radio Biafra. Let me take this one. Caller on WhatsApp. Good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from. 2 minutes. Caller, are you there? All right, the caller is not taking any call. Let me take another one on WhatsApp. Caller, good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Hello, Mazi. Good morning. Good afternoon, to say.
2 minutes, sir. Go ahead. Welcome to the program. We don't
have time left. Okay, Mazi. Mazi, good afternoon from there. Happy New Year and advance in you and your family. My name is Paul, calling from Gabon, Mazi. What I want to say this afternoon, first of all, I want to greet my leader, Mazi Narekalo. Protect him all angle, and he will do it for us in Chukokabema's name. And this morning, I want to please. I know that Mazi of former, not of former, Mazi. What is his name? The one who in charge of radio. And I know that he's listening to me. I want to ask him about the radio in Mbise and Obo. I'm not hearing Radio Biafra in Mbise and Obo. I hear a declaration of the spiritual aspect of it. And Mas, this afternoon, one of my brother, today is Friday. One of our brother just cross around the corner of mosque this afternoon. He saw two Muslims when they are discussing about what is happening in Afghanistan. They say that what is happening in Afghanistan, what happened there already, is what is going to happen in Nigeria. The Muslims are preparing to take over Nigeria. So, Maz, this afternoon, I'm very, very annoyed about it. I'm telling all Biafrans to rise up. I'm telling all Biafrans to wake up, because these people, they know, all the whole mosque in the world, they know what is happening in Nigeria. That is why they are doing everything to cover the media. So, Biafrans, rise up, Mazi. Thank you.
Thank you so much. All right, thank you so much. This is Radio Biafra. They've been planning to take over Nigeria for a long time. Our leader has been saying it. Reverend Bosu said the same thing. Everybody keeps saying it. But you know something? As an okwa logo, I like that. I like that phrase. Okwa, when you're playing in the village in those days, I say, don't go under the Okwa tree because so you don't stick around there. It is not something that anybody knows when it's going to fall. It will just crack down and go down. This is Radio Biafra. Nice being with you for this year. We're ending the year together in the USA too. And tomorrow when I wake up in the morning, I'm going to say Happy New Year. You know what interesting thing about the world? God created this world for himself, not for us. Because while as we're sitting now, there are some people that are already in the new year, we are still in the old year. And before you know it, the Biafra land will be in new year while we are still in the old year. You know, so every minute is God's time. And his time is always the best. From here, from Radio Biafra USA 2, I'm saying Happy New Year in advance. And don't forget that Biafra is our religion. And actually, our place of worship is Radio Biafra USA 2. Stay tuned, don't go away, because MAZI IYKE is next. From here, from me to you, it's goodbye.
Lies our religion, the last hope we have is in Biafran restoration. I believe. Listen to Radio Biafra. It's where we worship as a Chukokike Abiyamra. Let your kingdom come. Listen to Radio Biafra. It's where we worship.
Anybody not following anything that DOS says goes. Anybody not following orders from Chike, Dosium, from DOS, you will be removed from IPOB and sanctioned appropriately. You know, before we remove you without knowing where you are, this time around we will catch you before we remove you. Anything DOS says is what goes. Nnamdi is heading our reconciliation committee. If he calls you on the phone, you must listen to him and do as he says. He is our deputy head of Directorate of State, led by MAZI IYKE. They are the highest decision-making body in IPOB. If that thing is difficult, then now refer it to me. Do you understand? Anything, if they call you on the phone, you don't return their call, or you're doing strong head, I will then believe that the zoo has got you over and you'll be dealt with. We run a disciplined movement more than anything. We value discipline more than anything else in the world, in IPOB. That's the only thing we have. That we are able to defeat the zoo and destroy the zoo is hinged on one thing, and that is discipline. If you know you cannot work for IPOB, you get out and join the Sabo. One day your judgment will come. We'll find out those hiding in Kotonu, those are hiding somewhere near Apite, near Swamp. In River State, will find all of you. Not water. I say River State because it comprises upland and coastal region. We'll find all of you. No state coordinator is allowed. No state coordinator is allowed to contact the state commander no matter what. And as a commander, if you're removed, you step aside, how others will do the job. We don't want a type of Biafra that will be like the zoo. If you lose election, you rig it and you remain in power. When the age of retirement is 65, at the age of 85, you're still in power. That rubbish will not obtain. We are not like any other stupid from black people from Africa. We are Biafrans. You must understand that and follow orders accordingly. My instructions to this global family is this. We have the DOS, we have the finance department, we have the legal department, and we have the medical. Anybody who is appointed into office, if you fail to obey your superior officer, you'll be dismissed live on air. I will dismiss you myself. And as I said, as I'm dismissing you, men are on the ground to apprehend you. You must obey your superiors. It is based on discipline, please. All this breaking, going forwards and backwards, I want to obey. That means you are not prepared to be in IPOB. If you don't know what obedience is, you shouldn't be here. After all, we are all under oath. It doesn't matter if you were with me from the beginning or not. You must obey your superiors, please. Very, very important. Very, very important. There are also finance officers, those fools that stole our money from Georgia, they think they're very smart, but they will go to jail, and they understand it. If you are a finance officer in the US, please, we need all the funds people are contributing. Stop hoarding it. Stop hoarding it, please. When our US finance officer makes contact with you, you must please be able to oblige her and do as you're told. Or if you get a call, it's when you fail. Anytime you get a call from our sister Nene, then you know you're in very serious trouble, you have done something wrong. Please make sure that our accounting and our audit is up to date. I do not understand the reluctance of some individuals in the US to remit the money that people have contributed to ESN. I don't understand the reason why you're holding it. I don't know what for. Please, that was why we left those criminals with money in Georgia and they stole it. Trying to be clever by half, or should I say too clever by half, like the Fulani will always do. The two criminals living in Atlanta, Georgia, hoarded our money. Nwokempo and Ozurumba. Two criminals. Two rogues from there stole our money. I have all the records, and they must understand that. And I have maintained that any account that we have that Nenayana cannot see, I do not trust that very account. As long as she doesn't see it, I will not trust it. And very, very soon, I will shut down every account that Nenayana cannot see.
Get it online on your mobile. This is IPOB Community Radio. Radio